Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I have a confession to make. Honestly, this isn't going to be too surprising to really many of you, but for the last couple years, I have been falling out of love with Call of Duty. But lately, I think I figured out why, and it's not so much the games, because from a certain point of view, these games could be very fun, and I'll give it credit where credit's due. Black Ops 3 was a very solid game for what it was trying to do. However, I wasn't a fan of what it was trying to do. And the same goes for Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare, believe it or not, has good weapon balance. It has good perk balance. It has wishy-washy connections, which is bad, but it's basically like a Black Ops 3 by Infinity Ward. The kill streaks are fairly balanced, they're even weaker than usual, so it's not necessarily like a Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2 or an Advanced Warfare bad game. It's just not popular. It's not what people want to play, and it's not something that I want to play, but I think for a different reason. I think I am falling out of love with any sort of multiplayer game, you know, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Halo, Gears of War, like never really got into some of those, and I think that's just who I am. When I think of what I want to do as like a gamer, or what game I would like to play for a while, you know, I think of a certain situation where I can use strategy and my own skill to overcome something, like almost a puzzle in and of itself. Single player games are great examples of this. Go check out my Gears of War Ultimate Edition experience if you want to really see in action why I love single player games, because Gears of War, with the map layout it gives you, with the level layouts, with the weapons, and with the enemy types at any given situation, each encounter doesn't feel like this over the top Call of Duty-esque sort of cinematic thing, but it feels like a puzzle. It feels like, how am I going to handle this situation? You're thinking tactically, you're thinking positionally, where am I at? Where are the enemies at? What's the best weapon for this enemy? What weapon do they have? You're very strategically thinking this through, and that is something that I greatly enjoy. And if I can be mushy and dramatic for a while, that is a beautiful, beautiful game. Same thing with Dead Space. What enemies are there? What enemy types are there? What's the layout of the room? What weapons do I have? What weapons should I use? What power should I use when we're talking Dead Space, when we're talking about the stasis and kinetic stuff? You know, it's a really cool way of playing a game. Also, why I'm not particularly fond of the Call of Duty franchise in terms of single player, because it's mostly just there's enemies, shoot them, and it's not really beautiful or dramatic at all. But that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about that right now. Call of Duty multiplayer is inherently random, and it's not just Call of Duty multiplayer, all multiplayer, Gears of War, Battlefield, Titanfall, everything. It depends on what teammates you have, what enemies you're going up against, and multiple different factors within that game, and that is something that I really don't like thinking about. You know, back in Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Ghosts, I felt that I was solo and I had a whole lot to learn, and I did learn a lot, and there was a lot of randomness in those games as well. However, there is a peak. There's a point in time where no matter how good you are, the game just tends to give you a death. It tends to give you a bad player or worse player than you a kill over you, and that's something that's just in all multiplayer games. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It's part of why we all got first hooked with Call of Duty. We got one kill on this guy and we were like, oh wow, that was awesome. I know that's how I started with Call of Duty, but it's not something that I really want anymore. I guess that's one thing I say. I don't want that multiplayer experience anymore. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I want the multiplayer experience, but I don't crave it. I don't need it. I don't need that fix. That's a better way. I don't need the multiplayer anymore. I don't need you anymore, but I still want you. I wish there was a game, and that's what I hope. I think that's what we all hope that Call of Duty World War II is going to do. Bring us back to that boots on the ground, that strategic Call of Duty that we all fell in love with. Now, of course, there is, like I said, that level where it's like no matter how good you are, you're still going to die to some randomness. I hope they can eliminate most of that, but I know they can't eliminate all of that. I'm not asking them to eliminate all of that, but it's just a conversation that I kind of want to get started. What do you guys go to for multiplayer games. What are you looking for? Are you looking for to be the best? Are you looking for just stupid fun? Because that's what Black Ops 3 is. That's what Infinite Warfare is. That's what Advanced Warfare is. It's just stupid fun, boosting around, killing people, you know? Or do you look at, I know I look at mainly KD. I want to know how efficient, how effective, how efficient I am doing with my lives. And that's a game that I like to play with myself. I know it's kill whoring and all that, but that's something that I really enjoy. Also, kill whoring is really good for objectives. I'm gonna make a video about that because I'm very adamant about that situation. But anyway, that's all I want to confess to you guys today. You know, me and multiplayer games, I'm not done with it. You know, I'm not like quitting it or anything, but my main pleasure, my main satisfaction that I get from gaming is from single player games. It's from zombies, because I know in zombies, when I get to a high round, it's not because the zombies are any easier for me that game. You know, they're always going to be the same every game. It's because I did better. It's because Donuts was smart. It's because Donut didn't make a stupid mistake like he did last time. You know, that's something that I like. That's something that is so addicting about zombies. It's really fun and I love it. If only it wasn't so time consuming. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your guys' thoughts on all of this? Multiplayer stuff, single player stuff, why do you guys game? What do you look for, specifically multiplayer stuff? Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.